Hi, and welcome. Thanks for joining me. I'm Cheryl, and this is Your Journey Yoga. Always a pleasure to have you with me today. Just a full body, great stretch. Noticing the difference of when you take some time to move mindfully, to breathe, and to really work to let go of the tension and stress that you're feeling in the different parts of your body. So today we're going to slow things down just a little bit and really check in. So I'll be checking in with you along the way to see how you feel. And at the end, I would love some feedback of the difference that you feel, and I hope it's amazing and magical. We're going to start on our backs today. So however you wish, find a comfortable way, safe way to come down onto your back and pull the knees in towards your chest. Hands to your shins, just below your knees. Pull those knees in and just gently rock side to side. So as we rock, that motion can be big or small. I just want you to feel that nice little massage through that mid-back, lower back. Great way to realign the pelvis and to let go of tension and tightness in the back. We're going to come back to center, keeping the hands connected to the tops of the knees. Pull your knees out and away to the point where your fingertips are touching the knees. We're going to glue the knees together and make a big circle in one direction. Never losing contact with those fingertips to the knees. A little rock is fine, but just focusing on that rotation of the knees and then switch directions. So those knees just make a little circle like we're stirring a pot, a little rock side to side, nothing crazy. We're just checking in with the body, how we're feeling, how we're doing. How's the breath? Come back to center. We reach down with the fingertips towards the heels, lifting the upper body, and then lower it down. Extend your arms overhead. Knees stay in nice and tight. Inhale, pull those hands right by your face, and down towards your heels as you lift the upper body. And back overhead you go. Exhale, pull it up, reach, turning yourself into a little ball, and then opening it up and extending those arms overhead. Again, pull it in, reach it down. Coming back to center, open those arms out to a T. Pull the knees out and away from you, knees remaining side by side. And let's gently lower both knees to the left a little bit. We're not going to come all the way down. We're going to create some resistance through those obliques. Hold here. If that's too much, pull it right back. Otherwise, hold. And then slowly bring it back to center. And now both knees gently drift to the right. And again, we're not going to come all the way down. We're going to create that resistance, and we're going to hold that resistance. I want you to notice, are you having to push a lot through that right hand? And then slowly back to center. Now speed it up just a little bit. Take it to the left, a little bit lower, and then back through center. If your back is saying, hey, this is a little too much, don't go quite so deep. We're still in the warm-up phase. Take it to the right and back to center. One more time, each direction. And back through center. Shoulder blades are staying against the floor. Arms just resting on the floor. And back to center. We pull the knees in. Lift the upper body. Just draw your nose towards your knees. And gently release the upper body down. Right foot comes to the mat. Left foot comes to the mat. Hands down by your sides. Feet are hip width apart. Toes pointing straight ahead. Little pelvic tilt. And then slowly begin to lift your hips. Peeling your spine off the mat one vertebra at a time as we come up to bridge pose. At the top of our bridge pose, we are resting on the back of the shoulders and the back of the head, and then ever so slowly start at the top of the spine and slowly take it down one vertebra at a time till your bottom is the last to touch, and then re-engage. Pelvic tilt and press, pressing through the heels all the way up. We're going to do 3 of these, and at the top of the third, we're going to hold it. Little pause at the top, and starting at the top of the spine, slowly we bring it back down one vertebra at a time. Again, a little release of that pelvis, and then re-engage. Small, the back presses down, pelvic tilt, and we press. This time we're going to take it up to our bridge pose. We're going to hold that bridge pose, squeeze in those buns. Can you lift your heels? If you're like, not today, it's okay. Keep those feet flat. If you can, squeeze those buns and lift those hips just as high as you can. Pressing on the inside of the ball of the foot, outside of the ball of the foot, and behind all of those toes, right across the ball of the foot. Now bring your heels down and lift your toes. Now, if you can only get the toes off and the balls of the feet stay down, that's okay. If you can, lift and get as much of the soles of your feet off the mat and just press through those heels. Should feel a little fire burning in those buns. Soles of the feet come down ever so slowly, one vertebra at a time, back down to the mat. Bottom the last to touch. Let's extend that right leg, hands behind that right leg, and just gently pull it in. Now that left knee is bent, sole of the foot to the mat, add a flex of that right foot and feel that stretch all the way down the back of that right leg. A little roll of the ankle, and then switch directions, little roll of the ankle, point and flex. And soften your foot. Bend that right knee, place that right foot back to the mat. Left leg goes long, bring your hands behind that left leg, and we're gonna flex and point the foot. Just noticing that stretch as you flex down the back of the leg, the stretch as you point down the front of the shin, and then roll the ankle. Checking in, giving some love to the feet, the ankles. Switch directions. And then soften that foot. Bend that left knee, hands behind that left thigh, a little pump with that right leg to rock us up. Soles of the feet come together and we butterfly, hinging forward. Just letting the upper body be heavy. Let your body melt. And then ever so slowly, roll it up one vertebra at a time. Coming up nice and tall, sitting up. Nice. Pull those heels in. Hands to the shins just below the knees or above the ankles, anywhere along the shins you like. Press it forward, arch your back, lift your gaze. Open up that chest, and then as you exhale, hollow the tummy and chest. Press your spine towards the back, tuck your chin. Inhale, press it through, arch your back, lift your gaze. Seated cat and cow in our butterfly. Exhale and hollow. One more time each direction. Inhale, press it through. And exhale, hollow. How you doing? What do you feel? What do you notice? Sitting up nice and tall. Let's extend that left leg out, crossing your right foot up and over that left leg. Wrapping the crook of the left elbow around the knee, pull it in, add a flex of that left foot, and sit up tall. Place that right hand behind you, prop yourself up just as tall as you can, and then turn and take your gaze out over that back shoulder. That feels pretty good. That right hip, lower back. That extension as you sit up tall. Always working on our best posture, right? Everything about the world is pulling us forward. Just stay tall. If it feels good to you, bring that left elbow to the top of the knee, press against it. Can you sit up any taller? Opening up that chest and look out over that right shoulder. A little deeper rotation, make sure that feels good to you. And then gently release. Extend right leg, cross the left foot up and over the right, add a flex of that right foot, wrap the crook of that right elbow around the knee, sit up as tall as you can sit, and then bring that left hand behind you. Prop yourself up. Turn and look out over that left shoulder, all the while pulling that left knee in. Again, really working to keep that length in the spine. We want to create space between each of those vertebrae, particularly if you're taking special care of your back. Space, space, space. If you like, bringing that right elbow to the top of the knee and press against it. Present in whatever's going on within that beautiful body. kind. And gently release. Turning back to face front. Crisscross left leg in front of the right. Reach to the sky. And as you exhale, pull those elbows back and down. Squeeze through those shoulder blades. Those cactus arms, so good at activating the muscles through that upper back. Inhale, reach it up. And exhale, pull it down. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. Inhale, reach it up. And exhale, pull it down. Last one. Inhale, reach it out. Lengthen and hinge it forward. Control it. Core strong. Little tap, little reach, and rise. Circle the arms around behind you. Fingertips point towards your bottom. Lean back onto your hands. Lift your chest. Open it up. Squeeze through those shoulder blades. And gently release it back to neutral. Core strong, reach. Exhale, lengthen, hinge it forward. Little tap. Inhale, reach it out. Core strong, we rise. Circle those arms around behind. Again, you can just lift your chest, or if you like, lift those hips as well. Breathe. And gently release it down. When your bottom comes down, switch so that right leg is in front. Reach it up and over. Lengthen and hinge it forward. Little tap. Reach it out. Hinge it up, circle the arms around behind you, mobility through those shoulders, palms facing the mat, fingertips towards your bottom. Lift your chest, squeeze those shoulder blades. And gently release it back to neutral, core strong, reach it up and over. Again, little tap. Inhale, reach it out, circle it around. Fingertips point toward your bottom, lean back onto the hands, and again, you can just lift the chest or lift the pelvis as well. Opening it up. Breathe, hold the front of the body stretched, and gently release it back down. Sitting up tall, release your hands. We come to boat pose. You're welcome to support behind your thighs or extend those arms out in front. We bring the knees to touch and flex the feet. Breathe, lift that chest, roll those shoulders back, strong. If you like, extend that right leg, point your toes. Knees are side by side. Bring that right knee or right foot back down, flex your feet. Keep that belly button drawn in, extend that left leg, point your toes. And bend that left knee. Crisscross your legs, either leg in front, hands come forward, step it back with each foot to plank. Hold your plank and rock it forward. You can stay still or rock it forward and back. Now, if the wrists don't love plank, you can be on your forearms. You can be down on your knees and just hold steady. So really just take advantage of whatever it is your body needs today. One more time. And back to our plank, shoulders over those fingertips, lift your hips to down dog. That feels pretty good. So we don't need to worry about if the heels come to the mat. There's no worry in yoga. That's what I want you to let go of. I want you to find success, and I want you to feel those oh so good stretches. Spine long. So visualize the longest line you can from your fingertips up to your sit bones. And then just let your heels sink as they're ready. Let's alternate knees. Walk it out. Find your breath. As you exhale, let both heels sink. We inhale it to high plank. Releasing that left knee to the mat. Top of the foot to the mat. We're going to sweep that right leg out and around to the outside of that right foot. Now you might need to adjust and slide that left leg back a little bit. That's okay. Slide it back. Find that place that feels good to you. And as we lean those hips forward, great stretch through the inner thigh, through the groin, through the front of that left leg. We rotate weight to that left hand and right arm reaches up as high as you can reach. Slowly circle that right arm down to about shoulder height, opening up, palm is facing the same direction we are, and we're going to let that right knee roll open. That feels pretty good. Circling that right arm around behind the back, forearm along the small of the back. Use the back of your hand to gently guide your body into a deeper twist. As far as feels good to you, lifting out of that left shoulder. We once again release that right hand, circling it up and over, allowing that right knee to remain out, both hands down, and just lean in. Oh my gosh, that feels good. Breathe. I hope it does for you too. Adjust if you need to, and slowly pull that right sole of the foot back to the mat. Tuck the back toes, lift that back knee, and step it back to plank. Now that right knee comes down, top of the foot to the mat. We sweep that left foot up and out to the outside of that left foot, and just slide that right leg back as much as you need to. Breathe. Beautiful stretch down the front of that right leg, into the groin and the hip of that left side. Shift your weight to your right hand, left arm reaches up, making sure we lift out of that right shoulder so we don't sink in. Really lift and lengthen. How high can you reach? And then slowly lower that left arm down to about shoulder height, stretching through the front of the left shoulder into the bicep, lengthen through those fingertips, and then ever so slowly let that left knee roll open. You don't have to. You can keep the sole of the foot down if you feel more stable. Circling that left arm around behind the back, forearm along the small of the back, nestle the back of your hand against the back of the body and use it as an anchor to help rotate into a deeper rotation. That deeper twist, what do you notice? What do you feel? Again, we want things to feel really good. Challenging, but good. Are we still lifting out of that right shoulder? Circling that left arm up and over. Releasing that left hand down. Left knee is still rolled open if that feels okay to you. Hips are still heavy. And then slowly draw that left knee back in. Tuck the right toes, lift that back knee, and step it back to plank. Slow and steady, toes or knees, crocodile down. Press it through, up dog. Knees to the mat, sit it back to child's pose. Arms extended out nice and long. Sit bones back towards your heels. Long stretch from fingertips to sit bones. We sweep that right hand back towards the right foot. Take a hold of that right heel. Left hand reaching back, take a hold of that left heel. And I want you to really get a nice grip onto those heels. Lift your head just slightly. Tuck your chin towards your chest. Bring your hairline or the very top of your forehead to the mat. Take a good breath in, and as you exhale, we're going to lift the spine, rolling forward, crown of the head to the mat. Keep a hold of those heels, and then gently release it back down. Take a hold of those heels if your hands moved at all. Take a big breath in, and as you exhale, a little roll forward, lift your spine, tailbone pulls away from those heels just a little bit. Hollowing the tummy and chest, keep a hold of those heels. This is rabbit pose. And gently release it back down. Big circle of those arms up and overhead as you come up to a kneeling position. And as you exhale, lean back, reach with that right hand. Tap your calf, your thigh, your foot. Inhale it back up. And exhale, left side, left hand reaches back, tapping the back of the thigh, the calf, the heel. Inhale, both arms come up. One more time, each side. Lean it back, open it up, and tap. Inhale, reach. And exhale, open left arm reaching back. Inhale it up, nice and tall. Stay high on those knees. Exhale, pull those elbows back and down. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale and pull. One more cactus arm. Inhale, reach it up. And exhale, pull. Circle those arms around behind your back. Make fists with your hands. Place your hands on either side of your spine, just about hip height. Roll those shoulders back and draw those elbows towards one another. Feels almost like you got a bungee cord around your elbows, and it's pulling those elbows towards one another. Hips as though they were against a wall. Core strong, glutes engaged. Press the fists of the hands into the small of the back as you lift your chest and your gaze upward. So as we press those hips forward, lifting the chest, supporting at the small of the back, our camel pose. If you wish, bring one hand to your heel and then the other. If you feel that you have to lean back too much, just keep those hands supporting, or if it's too intense, we lift the chest, we gaze up, squeeze those buns, opening the chest. We once again bring the hand to the small of the back, and then the other, and we rise. Now you're welcome to put a block behind you to sit on, pillows, stacking them on your thigh or on your calves, and then sit it back. If you don't need anything, just sit it back to Thunderbolt. Breathe a nice stretch through your quads, checking in with what's going on with the knees, stretching through the shins. So you might, that anterior tibialis might be really tight. Maybe the ankles. So if you need to sit up, all good. And then slowly walk your hands forward to tabletop. Hands are shoulder width apart, knees are hip width, core's nice and strong. Shift your weight to your right foot, left arm extends to the sky, reach it up. As you exhale, pass that left hand through, shoulder to the mat, side of the head to the mat. We rotate and reach. Right arm up. Breathe, rotating that right palm towards the front, reach it up and over. Arm along the side of your face. Inhale, lift that right arm once again. Slowly release your hand down and press it back to tabletop. And we shift our weight to our left hand, right arm reaching up, high as you can, and then exhale, pass that right hand through, shoulder to the mat, side of the head to the mat, rotate and reach, left arm up, high as you can lift. Breathe. Rotating that left palm towards the front, reach it up and over, arm along the side of your face. Inhale, lift that left arm and gently release it down, pressing it back up to tabletop. Tuck your toes, lift your knees just an inch off of the mat. We stretch to the arches of the feet and the toes. Lift out of those shoulders. Breathe. Let's step that right foot in to the outside of the right hand. Left foot steps in, outside of the left hand. Lower your bottom. Lift the crown of the head, lengthen your spine, nice flat back. If it feels okay to you, extend those arms out to a T. Keep that nice flat back. Breathe. Circle the arms around behind your back or keep those hands on the floor. And as you exhale, extend the legs. Once you have extended those legs, you're welcome to bring your hands behind the small of the back if they're not already. Hello, hamstrings. Roll those shoulders up and back. Lift your hands towards the sky. Little tuck of your chin, little shake of your head. If you need to let those palms separate, let them separate. If it feels good to keep them together, keep them together. Slowly bring the hands to the small of the back. Gently let those hands slide down the backs of the legs. Take a hold of the ankles, use the strength of the arms, and pull the upper body towards the space between your legs. Little tuck of your chin up towards your chest. Releasing the intensity with the arms, let your arms just hang. And then ever so slowly, roll it up. Stacking each and every vertebra. As you come up, a big shoulder roll, and shoulders slide down and away. Inhale, reach it up. Interlace your fingers, bring your hands behind your head, and as you exhale, let the weight of the head be heavy into those hands. Let your elbows open, stretching through the chest, through the belly. Inhaling it up, nice and tall. A little tuck of the chin as the elbows close around the ears, stretching all the way down the spine. Inhale, head up nice and tall. Extend those arms out to a T. Flex your wrists, hollow your tummy and chest. Press your palms forward, spine back, chin down, little pelvic tilt. Inhale it open, stand tall, reach high. One more time, exhale, open those arms out to a T, little pelvic tilt, hollow the tummy and chest, press your palms forward, spine back, chin down. Inhale it open and reach, pull the hands to heart center, heel toe your feet in to hip width apart. We shift our weight to our left foot, right big toe barely touching the mat, and roll that right knee open. Sole of the foot along the inside of that left leg. Feels right to you, slide that right foot up along the inside of your left leg to tree pose. Breathe nice and tall, strong through that left leg. Interlace your fingers, all but the index finger and thumb. Slowly extend those arms. So I don't want you to lift those shoulders way up by your ears. Let those shoulders be heavy. Core strong. Just breathe. Solid. Tree pose. I want you to feel rooted into the earth. This is a great grounding pose. We pull those hands back to heart center, extending all fingertips, drawing that right knee in, and gently set it down. Shift your weight to your right foot. Left big toe gently touches the mat, and roll that left knee open. If you like, sliding that left foot up along the inside of the leg, above or below the knee. And again, standing tall. Solid through the foot, through the ankles, all the way up through that right leg, into that right hip, the core. Interlacing all the fingers with the index finger and thumb. Once again, extend those arms overhead. Soften those shoulders. Stay strong through the core. Breathe. Can you feel all of the muscles working in the foot, the leg, the hip, the knee? Let your mind be quiet. And slowly pull those hands back down. Release those fingers, extend them long, and slowly draw that left knee forward and release it down. Arms come down by your sides, palms open to the front. Inhale, reach to the sky. Exhale, swan dive. Just a little invigoration here, energizing. Inhale it up to monkey, half lift. Exhale down, walk, step, or hop to high plank, crocodile down. Press it through up dog. Tuck your toes, lift your hips to down dog. So we're going to do 2 more half flows. Inhaling it to high plank, toes or knees, crocodile down. Press it through up dog. Exhale, tuck the toes, lift the hips to down dog. 1 more if you'd like to join me, otherwise hold your down dog. Inhale it to high plank, toes or knees, crocodile. Press it through up dog. Tuck the toes, lift the hips to down dog. Breathe. Those flows, just great at improving energy flow. Waking us up, setting us straight, helping us to feel grounded. Alternate bending knees, walk it out. As you exhale, let both heels sink. Inhale up to the balls of the feet. Exhale, press the chest and shoulders toward your thighs. Reach your sit bones high. As you exhale, bend your knees, lower your bottom down towards your heels. Inhale, explode forward to plank. Lift your hips high up on the balls of the feet. Let's do that 1 more time. Bend the knees, lower your bottom. Explode it forward to plank. Lift your hips high on the balls of the feet, and then let your heels gently sink. We inhale it to high plank. Slow as you can from your toes or your knees, sink. Bending the elbows, elbows go straight back, biceps right along the side of the ribs. Press it through up dog. Open up those knees, press it back to extended child's pose. Find your breath. Lots of room for the tummy and chest. We bring the palms to touch, forearms to the mat. Then just bend the elbows and pull the heels of the hands to the back of the head. Let your body sink. Let your mind quiet. Now you can keep the heels of the hands to the back of the head, or you can extend those arms. You can even stack your hands for the forehead to rest against. And we're going to take a few moments here to breathe, to truly check in mentally, physically, emotionally. Where are you today? I hope you feel light, loved. I hope you feel strong and healthy. Mentally, I hope you feel clear-minded. I hope your day ahead is amazing. As you're ready, gently pressing it back up. Let's sweep the feet to one side, sit to your hip, and find the center of your mat. We come to easy pose. If there is a position other than easy pose that feels good to you, I invite you to come there. Sit up nice and tall. Turn your palms to face the sky. Drip your wrists over your knees, maybe index finger and thumb gently touching. Otherwise, just find a comfortable place for the hands to rest. We close our eyes. We let go. We connect with our breath, slow inhales and slow exhales. We offer ourselves an opportunity to truly be present right here, within each breath we take, within this moment, right here, right now. We draw in the loving energy that we need to replenish, refuel, and re-energize. We give ourselves permission to let go of anything heavy, anything that might be weighing us down. As we draw that clear, calm, cleansing breath in, full of love, full of energy, full of awareness, we allow that power to heal. Whatever part of your mind, body, or spirit that needs a little bit of healing. Never feel bad for asking for what you need. Allow yourself to accept it with grace, with love, with tolerance and understanding. We all have different things we need at different times. We give where we can. We accept loving energy whenever we need it. Being present. Let's gently pull the hands to heart center. Gently open your eyes. Thank you so much for being a part of my day and inviting me to be a part of yours. It means the world to me, so thank you. Take care of yourself. Be well. Until the next time, light, love, and namaste.